friends and friends I haven't met yet. My name's Kitty. Welcome to Tiny Little Homestead. This is where we like to share our journey along the way of building a 1-acre homestead and living in a tiny house. Today, I'm so excited. Today I am in line to get a parking spot at the Homestead Festival in Columbia, Tennessee. There's going to be so many things going on here. I'm going to be a big fangirl today because a few people that I follow on YouTube are going to be here speaking, and I'm so excited. Probably going to purchase a couple books or two, and maybe, if I'm lucky, they will sign them for me. I'm fighting some allergy issues, some allergies right now, and so bear with me. My voice is a little scratchy, so I apologize, but I'm going to try to share some things at the festival with you all, and I hope that if you didn't make it this year, it is today, let's see, Friday and Saturday, and if you didn't make it this year, put on your calendars for next year. It's going to be so great. Lots of things going on, and there's lots of festivals going on right now. Springtime usually brings lots of festivals. There's also some in the fall, so I'll try to announce more of those coming up. But today we're at Rory Feek's farm, and if you don't know who that is, check him out. It's a wonderful story, heartfelt story. So I'm excited to get to share this with you. This is my first year. This is the second year that they're having it. This is my first year attending, so I'm excited. So I'll bring you along, and we'll have a good time. Aisles are clear right now because speakers are speaking. And over here is Rory Feek speaking.
You will remember the other things that you have began noticing recently and think about your life. And possibly, you will realize you are even more lost than you think you are. Now, when you think of the word homesteading, what comes to mind? Does it bring images of Little House on the Prairie, of Lauren and Mary in their bonnets and paw playing spittle? It does to me. Of covered wagons and hard living in the days of old. Or does it make you think of growing a garden, milking a cow, and gathering eggs? Or since COVID made it all the rage on Instagram, maybe it's making your own homemade sourdough bread. For some people, they might think homesteading means doomsday prepping, getting ready for a catastrophe, building a bunker full of canned goods and guns. Others just see it as a part of history that is long gone, something that their great-great-grandparents might have been part of, but it has no real place in our future. Whatever it is, in most people's mind, the word homesteading, more often than not, has to do with getting in touch with the land, putting your hands in the soil and growing something. And it is. And it is much, much more than that.
Are empty because education's going on.
And crop selection, why that's really important for maximizing a small space. We're going to also talk about trellising and succession planting. But my thing is I do grow my own food for my family, but also to sell. So we do wholesale models and CSA models. So we're growing for local restaurants. We sell our flowers to a locally sourced grocery store. And so immediately there's that divide, right? When we tell people that, it's like, oh, well, I can't do that. I'm not in a place where I'm wanting to grow food to sell. How many of you guys want to grow food for your family? How many of you guys want to quit going to the grocery store? You do not have to sell your food to put these principles in place and to grow efficiently.
We just got back from the Homestead Festival in Columbia, Tennessee. And oh my gosh, I feel like a total fangirl. Have you ever felt like a fangirl or fan guy? There were so many people there that I follow on YouTube, and I was so excited, but I felt like I wanted to go talk to them, but I didn't want to bother them, or I didn't want them to feel inundated with a bunch of fans or whatever. And I don't really like the feeling of being a fangirl. I want to be a friendly person and just really let the people know that how much I appreciate everything they do, because I personally know the hard work that goes into what they've done for the last few years or several years, and I hope to accomplish similar endeavors. But it's a weird feeling being a fangirl, and I walked away a lot of times feeling really stupid. But I didn't want to miss the opportunity of getting to meet some really strong, like-minded people that have been in this for a while or a long time, and just connect with them, and just connect with their energy, and just see I don't even know what I was trying to see, but just really wanted to connect with them. I bought a couple books. I bought a book from Jill Reagan, who I was going to buy it earlier, but I knew I was going to go to the Homestead Festival, and I thought, no, I'm just going to wait until I see her there, because I really want to meet her and have her sign the book as well. And apparently she's a friend of my friend Tina, who we did a video about building community. They are friends, and so we were able to connect that way. And super sweet, super nice girl, woman that knows her stuff, and gladly shares it with everyone. So I'm thankful for that. And then I also met Jason and his sweet wife from Sow the Land. And I started following them because they are also from California, and they moved to North Carolina. So I started following them and watched their journey, and they left the big city like I did, and just put everything they had into homesteading. And I wish I would have done that. I wish I would have came straight from California and just went gung-ho all out into homesteading, and that would have been 26 years ago. I can't imagine where I would be right now. So I really follow them because I love their adventure, and they're very inspiring. So who else did I see? I talked to Jessica Sowers and Maya. She calls them Sweet Maya, and rightfully so. And then Daniel happened to be there. That's their friend. That's on their YouTube channel quite often. And I've got to say, I'm a little emotional. Standing in line to meet Jessica and Maya and Daniel, we were greeted by Jessica's sweet cousin, and she talked to us the whole way up to our turn in line, and me and my daughter. And when we finally got up there, I had been watching while we were in line. I had been watching Jessica conversate with people and have these great conversations and laughter, and lo and behold, I turn around after talking with her sweet cousin, and I see her praying over someone. I'm emotional because when the Spirit is near, when the Holy Spirit is near, tears of joy come. When the Holy Spirit, always near, but when the Holy Spirit is in active mode, is the only way I can explain it, tears of joy come. And she'd prayed over this beautiful young girl and the next person in line. She prayed over them. She prayed over the next person in line also. And every time I just start, these tears of joy start flowing. It happens in church every Sunday too. And I get up there and I'm feeling fine. I'm not crying or anything. And I feel like a blubbering idiot. I get up there and I just want to say my thanks for inspiring and sharing and all of the things that they do to help us as homesteaders grow and stomp on fear for thinking that we can't grow our own food or do all of the things. And then I also thank them for praying for people. And the tears started flowing, and sweet Maya said, "Do you want us to pray for you?" And I said, "Please, that would be wonderful." They prayed for us, and Jessica's words, her prayer was so beautiful. She doesn't know me. She doesn't know my life, but she prayed over me like she knew everything about me. Her words were definitely from the Spirit. She prayed and claimed me as a Proverbs 31 woman, which is like the highest, utmost claim anyone can make or stake. I think that's what every Christian woman wants to be, Proverbs 31 woman. And she said she prays that my children rise and call me blessed. I have a 13-year-old daughter who is not a fan of the homestead lifestyle. She's 13. She's not a fan of many things. I know she loves me. And I pray that she will come back to the plants and this lifestyle. So when Jessica prayed over me, I felt like she knew me forever. And thank you, Jessica, if you ever see this message. Thank you for that beautiful prayer. So after getting to meet them and just being in awe the rest of the day over it, we went and listened to Sweet Jill speak from Whispering Willow Farms, and she's a great educator as well. And then Jessica Sowards was going to speak, and I just didn't have it in me for the rest of the day to continue on. It was hot and I haven't been feeling well, and my daughter hasn't been feeling well either, and she graciously went with me today, and I always feel better when she's with me for so many reasons. And so we decided, after we listened to Jill speak, we had sat and wait for 2 hours to make sure we had a good seat for her to speak, and for us to hear her speak. And then her program was an hour and a half, so we were sitting in those chairs for 3.5 hours. And we were ready. We had had enough for the day. We had some wonderful food. The food trucks were amazing. The music and talent were amazing. We also got to have the pleasure of meeting Mr. Rory Feek, And that was wonderful. We were walking through the schoolhouse on his property, and he was sitting talking about his beloved wife, who passed away about 7 years ago. And such a gracious man, and such a loving story they have. If you do not know about Rory and Joey Feek, please Google them. It's an amazing story and a beautiful love. I also met a new friend yesterday. I saw her speak at the Homestead Women's Conference, Women's Society Conference, recently in Homewall, Tennessee, and I got to sit down, and actually she invited me to have lunch with her. Can't talk after today. She invited me to have lunch with her and her sweet, beautiful family. She is Sophie-ing with Sprinkle with Soil. And she is writing a cookbook and doing so many things. She's going to be, I believe, a speaker at the Back to the Land Back to the Land Festival in September. She has a beautiful story, and she is talking about, I'm not sure what she's talking about, but her book is a Vietnamese cookbook, and so we're excited about that. We're trying to get her sweet mama to come out and provide some food for our festival, so some Vietnamese fresh, clean food for the festival, so that'll be good. We'll have trucks as well. And as I was walking through the vendor booths, I saw out of the corner of my eye who I missed. She spoke early yesterday morning, and I got there late, and not a good idea to be late at the festival. You miss all the good stuff. Kylie Richardson. From the Homestead. Beautiful woman. I watch her all the time. She talks about life on the homestead, beekeeping, herbs. She has a beautiful apothecary, her and her mom and her sweet grandmother. It's a beautiful story they have also. And so I posted pictures of everyone I talked to and all the fangirling I did. Terrible. But don't miss opportunities. Don't be afraid when you go to these festivals to reach out and be that fangirl or guy. So that was a wonderful time. It was a good 2 days. I am ready to get back to my homestead and the air conditioned. Excuse me. I'm typically okay working out in the heat. It's very humid though, and so we have to be very careful about our staying hydrated. So I'm good. I'm ready to get back to work on the homestead, and I look forward to seeing Jessica Sowards in October. So there will be there's 2 more festivals that I will be attending. There'll be the Back to the Land Festival is in September, the 22nd through the 24th. For the Back to the Land, September 22nd through the 24th, and it's going to be held in Centerville, Tennessee, at the Ag Pavilion Fairgrounds. You can look up Centerville, Tennessee Ag Pavilion, and it will have the information, and look at backtotheland.com, and you will find the festival information there. We are working very hard to get that festival up and going. This will be our 3rd year. I am on the board currently. This will be my first year on the board. I did attend last year. So we are growing like crazy. It's going to be a wonderful event. Please come out if you can. And so yeah, check it out, backtotheland.com. And then also I'll be attending the Homesteaders of America in Virginia in October. I don't remember the dates offhand. I just know it's in October, in the fall. So hoping it's after harvest season. If not, it doesn't matter. I'm going. So yeah, Homesteaders of America, October in Virginia. You can check it out at homesteadersofamerica.com. I'll try to leave those links in the description box below. And let's see what else. Yeah, I've got some watering to do in the garden. It's really hot and my plants are thirsty. So with that, I'm gonna say thank you so much for supporting this channel by hitting the like and subscribe buttons down below. And I hope to see you at one of the events. Come out. If you're just getting started, come learn about, you know, whatever interests you about homesteading. Maybe you're just curious. Maybe you've been in the game for a long time and you have something to share. So I think in the Back to the Land, we are looking for volunteers. We are looking for, let's see, volunteers and vendors. So if you are somebody who would like to volunteer to help us set up, take down, tear down, traffic control, security, whatever, just again look at backtotheland.com. We'd be happy to have you. And then yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna get to work back in the garden. So with that, I want to say thank you and dream big dreams for the tiny little things.